Welcome to LUX Chats at the Creative Hub, or that Creative Hub, episode 4. Very excited. I think we're the first ones to be producing this brand new studio. And my
exciting.
First guest, welcome back, is Evangeline. So, Evangeline, great to meet you.
Thank you.
Today we're going to hear about your story, a little bit about the pain, a little bit about the future, and of course, we always finish with the Lux item. So, Evangeline, so you've been in business for a number of years now.
Yes.
You've got a scientific background. So let's just go back to the beginning of that story. What does that look like for you?
Okay, so probably goes back to my teens when I should probably have done medicine but didn't and rebelled and did engineering instead. But fast forward 20 odd years and then I discovered that life's journey just brought a whole bunch of stress. And I got sick in and out of hospital and all that kind of stuff. And I aged prematurely. That caused a lot of damage to my skin. But I couldn't find anything that could work. So I went back and did what I usually do, which is study and did a whole bunch of research and basically went back to my scientific roots and actually created this product range myself.
So you've got, so it's Zoe and Hope, is that correct?
That's correct.
Excellent. So just for our listeners and I guess our watchers, do you want to quickly tell us what Zoe and Hope stands for? So there is a little bit more just to the name.
Yes.
And then we'll go into what the product does as well.
So Zoe is actually a Greek word. It stands for the fullness of life. For me, I'm a Christian and I wanted to tie that back into my faith because it sort of guides a lot of what I do. And I wanted to bring life back to people. Hope in the sense that I wanted to bring hope back to people as well by being able to address their skin conditions or their skin problems. And also a lot of my products are actually dermocosmetics and neurocosmetics, so it actually has further impact on them. And the larger part of it is that I use a lot of the profits from my business to actually empower other people. So I contribute towards women and children that are in domestic abuse situation. And also I support charities and organizations that extricate and liberate women and children from sex trafficking. So a lot of the much larger social impact, that's probably what I'm about.
Does that come from your Christian side, or is that just a deeper belief, or is that a calling to actually help women and children in need? Where did that actually eventuate from?
A lot of that's probably my Christian faith because I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today if it wasn't for God. I feel so very blessed and I want to be able to bless others. And so that is a huge part of what I see Jesus did through the Bible. He healed. And I wanted to be able to do the same because a lot of the healing is not just what we can see physically, but if you can actually help someone that's actually going through a lot of mental and psychological pain because of what they're dealing with, that means a lot to me. And so there's that part of it. And I got to say thanks to my parents as well for having brought me up really well. They've given me such a wonderful life and education, and I want to be able to do the same for a lot of people who are less privileged than me.
So we think also too on LUX Chats, like we understand that through adversity and pain comes the wins, the pleasures, the success. And I think that's a really good driver. And at the end of the day, whatever your beliefs are, spirituality or otherwise, it's all about purpose. And the word that was given to me yesterday by an Uber driver was prosper.
Yes.
He said, I've been blessed by prosper. So I actually went to hop out of the Uber driver's car and he said, can I say a quick prayer for you? And I'm sure. Fantastic. So we shared a prayer together, and you never really know in all circumstances we need to be. And I think the word hope is that people are looking for hope.
Yeah.
And what we're looking for is the betterness in each day, the smiles, the success, the happiness.
Yeah.
And I like what you're doing. But what I'd like to go on to now is the future. So traveling, that sort of stuff. Obviously, your products are being sold in Australia now. We'll go more into your products for those that are watching or listening here. Basically, you make people look young. Yes, it is true. I'm only 21. but it is, they're basically cleansers for men, exfoliation, then some creams that you use, which would just pretty well get what I would almost say Botox in a bottle.
Yeah.
Just literally cleans you out. So, and cleans all these dimples out, which is fantastic. Leaves your skin feeling amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But let's go on to where this product is going. So there's talks about Bali.
Yes.
There's talks about hopefully about Dubai. So how do you see your product range being released internationally?
Well, the Bali one was a really nice surprise, and that's literally actually another Lux member that's actually used the product, and his wife used the product. They are raving fans, and they wanted to present it to a board of the hotels, and they so I have an opportunity to get my products in some resorts in Bali, which is fantastic, and Dubai through some other connections, also through Lux, Lux has been just absolutely amazing. It's just been the best connector for my business, just connecting with people that actually love my products and want to bring it to a larger audience. In terms of the global end game would be, I guess, Asia and Europe, and then America, obviously. But there are different, obviously, things I need to address prior to them going to different destinations. Just from compliance purposes, I want to make sure it's all fully addressed. But yes, I would love my products to be global, because the more people I can reach, the more I can help, and the social impact that I want to do is actually going to be even bigger still.
Perfect. So you're donating a lot of those funds back to children and women.
Yeah.
Your product's going to go international.
Mm-hmm.
You're going international. You're making people look good, but there's more to this. I know that you're a bit of a serial entrepreneur. You might have a finance background. You're well connected. But let's talk about the word chat.
Yes.
Let's define that. So from one conversation, one introduction leads another.
Yes.
I always say you're one connection away from your next $1 million. And all that is just being the right time, right place. Now, it could be divine intervention, but at the end of the day, with manifestation, it requires action. Mm-hmm. You take a lot of action. So let's talk about your network and some of the people that you've met along the way. How have they impacted you, and what's some of their stories you'd like to share?
Well, even just the way we met, it's actually through our mutual friend, Mike. Never would have heard of Lux, never would have even thought about it. But I was going through another networking group, and I just didn't find my feet there. I didn't find that people were as interested in actually getting to, they were very much in their own little cliques. I found it was really hard to get anyone's attention to even open up to actually hear my story or what my products are about. But when Mike brought me into Lux, it was one conversation. We were at an event, and suddenly the doors just started opening, and you
know which event we're at, don't you?
Futuration.
The guys behind the scenes here.
That's correct.
Big clap to them.
Yes. It was such a fantastic event. And I would never have thought that at an event I would make all of these meaningful connections and had meaningful conversations. It was like literally I was entertained the entire time, but I had like this little bit before and a little bit during interval and a little bit at the end. But they've spearheaded my business so much. And then obviously since then I've very much been entrenched in the whole Lux group, and I literally feel like it's my family. And I'm so touched and so blessed by the fact that all of the members are so welcoming and they just want to help. It's an amazing community of the 1%ers, I would say.
I think so too. Like the most important thing in life is to, obviously we want to share our story, which is important, but to listen to others. And LUX Chats has been created because we want to create a platform where our members and those individuals that are highly aspirated actually get a platform to share their stories and inspire others. I started LUX off just a simple concept, reading a newspaper and seeing something there that just within 24 hours it started it, and here we are today. But let's go on to some of the LUX items. So we've done the chat.
Yes.
Let's move on to LUX.
Yeah.
So let's tell us your number one destination you'd love to travel to and why. And then second to that, I'll tell you the second question in a second.
Okay, like my number one destination in the whole wide world?
Yep. Money's no object. You're going first class. Your tickets are booked.
I love Italy.
Yeah.
I went to Italy.
Country of love.
I know. I went to Italy, 14 years ago, and I was so enamored with how warm the people are. And I kind of learned a little bit of Italian. I used to hang out at Lygon Street a lot, so maybe it's always been there. I love Italy.
We can certainly take care of Lygon Street for you, but the first class tickets are on you. So we'll get that sorted.
Yeah.
So Italy, now, are you going down the coast or are you going inland?
Ooh, can I choose both?
You can choose both.
Yes. Because I love all of those beautiful, I love architecture and I love all of those old houses on the cliffs. But I love the countryside.
All right. And our second question. So that is, what's that one luxury item that you'd love to own?
One luxury item. That's a tough one. I have so many. I've never really been a handbag girl, but I do love properties. Probably I would love a custom built home. I've always seen this pool that's actually floating inside the house. It's a suspended pool.
Internal pool. Yes.
Yeah, it's an internal pool. So like if you're inside, you can see like someone swimming, but it's just and I wanted to open out into this beautiful like courtyard. So if I have my dream, it will be that dream home that I can visualize in my head. I can see exactly how it looks, and it's how light-filled it is, but warm and embracing, and like I'm bringing the nature into the house kind of thing.
I'm going to give you a cheat sheet if that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously big goals, get the architecture done.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily own the item, it's the feeling you get from it that's the most important. So, and I've had people on here and I've discussed it like this, owning a jet, okay? Everybody wants to own the jet. I want to own the jet, want to own the jet. But it's really just the freedom to create the time and the money and save that. You don't have to own the jet. You can go and lease it. It's a lot cheaper. So that house you're looking for, you should go on Airbnb Extreme.
Yes.
Find the house. Could be in Italy.
It could be.
And go stay there. So give yourself the reward now, not later. You
that
deserve
is
it.
so true. That's probably like the best bite-size advice.
100%. We've also talked about this before, but creating the perfect day. That's the day, if it was your last day on earth and you simply just, everything in your life was perfect, you'd wake up at 5:30 a.m, you'd be next to your loved one, you'd have a coffee, you'd be at the gym, whatever that is, you'd see the people you love and you'd create the perfect day. So that's one other thing I'd like to talk to you about off air, but it's simply just, you don't have to wait. Every day we get an opportunity to reinvent ourselves, to give people hope, to smile to a stranger, to do all those values you talked about. And I know that spiritually wise, you're going to do that.
Yes.
You've been an amazing guest on Lux. Is there one last message you'd love to share to the people that are watching here today? What inspiring message would you like to give?
One inspiring message. Be kind. Like, there so many people are going through, you don't know what people are going through in this life. Someone can look really well put together and look like they've got it all, but you don't know what they might be going through. So I would love for people to be kinder towards one another, because kindness led me to you. You've been amazingly kind. I feel like I'm a little mentee, so I've been very blessed. And pass it forward, like pay it forward. I watched that movie a long time ago, but that whole concept of paying it forward and being kind to someone else and giving someone a hand or a leg up, basically, in life, you never know when it's going to come back.
Perfect. Well, you've been an amazing guest, Evangeline. Be kind in the comments, of course. But we want to thank you for being on here today.
Thank you.
Thanks to That Creative Hub for hosting us in this beautiful podcast studio. Thanks to our friends at Coco Lee Furniture that have helped us out in the past and in the future. And big thank you to our guests and, of course, our viewers. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you again next time.
Thank you.